Good afternoon, Spruce View School. So it's Mr. Steeves here, and we're in my office, and we're doing a talk today with some of our students. We're going to be trying to do this from time to time when we're talking at the assemblies to interview a student about something great they've done in the building. Today I'm with Sundsten, and we're here to talk about a project that he took part in earlier in September, and I've got his mom with me as well. And so we're going to have a little conversation right now just to show you guys a little bit about what some of the projects can be done and some of the things that we can do to help our community a little bit too. So Austin, I'm going to ask you first off if you can tell me just a little bit about your project and what went down in the project and what you thought of it.
I thought of it when I was around 5 years old, and then because I kind of got it from this movie that I watched called Little Red Wagon, and then it was about this boy that wanted to help homeless people and people's homes that got destroyed by like earthquakes and stuff.
That's great. That's a great motivation. Can you tell me what was the experience like? Like we saw the bin, we saw the collection here at the office, and I saw you working on it almost daily, collecting things too. What was the experience like when you actually arrived at the Central Alberta Women's Shelter with the clothing?
It was a big building with lots of people in the windows.
Yeah. And what were the people's reactions like when you actually handed them the clothes? Did they say anything to you?
I never went in.
No?
Because I was too sick.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. Well, okay.
But
I'll
you
move right
did
through
talk
that
to the
question.
lady. Do you remember
Yeah.
talking to the lady?
Yeah. They must have been pretty excited though, to
Yeah.
receive something like that, because I don't imagine that happens every day like that, especially from a fourth grade student as well. So that was great. Good motivation for sure. Can you tell me, have you had interest in giving back to your community for a long time? Like you said you started when you were 5 years old, but do you like to do that? Are you driven to do that?
I just like to do it to help people in need.
Yeah, to help people in need. Okay, that's a great answer. So I got a question for Mom this time then too. Yes. So, as a parent and you have a child who's interested in doing this kind of thing too, how do you promote that? How do you, a student comes forward and says, I want to do this, but sometimes they get brushed off on these kind of projects, and what do you do to really make it come to life for them?
Well, we started talking with him about it when he first brought it up when he was 5, because he wanted to help people, but he didn't know if he wanted to do kids or adults or homeless people or sick kids. And we just kept talking about it, and he had lots of different ideas. And some of the things you can't really do when they're that little, like take them to homeless shelters and things. It's just not a good place for a little kid. So I was actually looking at the Central Alberta Women's Shelter to donate some furniture items for ladies who are ready to leave. And I asked them, I just thought while I was talking to the women, do you need anything at this, that my son is very interested in doing charity work, and is there anything that you need for the women and the children that are there? And so she gave me a list and said that would be wonderful. So we actually just planned on going ourselves and getting some things and taking them, and then Austin was saying, no, let's do it with the school, Mom. This would be so good if we could get the school to come and help with us. So that's what we did. We brought it to the school and had an amazing turnout, and they were very grateful for everything that they bought.
That's great. Well, and thank you guys too for inviting the school into the part of the process too. I know there's quite a few kids that were quite excited to be a part of the project. I watched some of the other grade 4s that came down to the office as well, and were helping with the clothing too. So that was great to be part of that process. Do you see any future projects coming up?
By helping the homeless people in the streets and stuff of Calgary and some other cities in Alberta, and maybe helping the people, like sick kids in children's hospitals and stuff like that.
Perfect. Well, that's great. Well, this is another example of Viking Pride here at the school, and getting involved with your school and your community as well too. So just wanted to say thank you on behalf of the principal as well, and on behalf of the school, and thank you for showing that kind of Viking Pride for us all as well. So, thanks very much.